Oh, all right. Hello there, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, today, what day is it? Today's Wednesday. And we are going to be playing some Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. A new set has just come out. I was kind of I'm so torn on this, in all honesty. Because on one hand, it deals with Grand Blue Fantasy, which is amazing. I love Grand Blue Fantasy. And I love that this is a collab set between the two of them. On the other hand, the cards are... I have very mixed opinions about them. Not to mention the fact that Dragon seems to be having some very bad cards. So, yeah, also, what is up? Why am I getting drop frames on... Oh, okay. I think my internet was just assigned to be a little crappy. Luckily, I don't think you guys should really be able to tell because of, well, just because we're on the loading screen. And let me just make sure to go into another tweet real quick. Some packs for the new set. And then let me get the link, and then we're good. Yeah, so I'm very torn about this set, but I'm hoping that it'll be better than what it looks like. But we'll see. Also, with the release of this set, that means that the next set should be coming out around Christmas time, or I guess the end of the year, which will be very interesting. But anyway, been stalling for too long, so why don't we go ahead and jump into the game. And here we are. So let's see. I still haven't done my daily pull yet. So let's do our login bonus first. We'll get our first free pack here. And then we'll do this to get our guaranteed leader. We'll go and do this, and then we'll open up some legendary stuff. So, let's go. Let's see if we can get anything good just from our free. We do get a gold. Okay, so let's see. Who are the new units? We got Leary already. Okay. Ooh, I love the premium of this. Okay. So, Knightly Ardor. It's a swordcraft spell for 5. Select a mode to activate. 1. Give the leftmost allied swordcraft follower on the field can attack 2 times per turn. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, number 2. Give all allied swordcraft followers on the field +1/+1 and barrier. Oh, the barrier is very dangerous if you have a nice board going. Then we have number 3, recover 2 play points and 1 evo point is very good. There isn't a lot of ways to recover evo points right now. And I feel like this set is going to be very big on the evo point stuff, so I'm quite curious to see. And then number 4, restore 6 to your leader. Interesting. I feel like number 1 seems very good. 2 is situational, but you also have Amalia to kind of give this a very similar effect. And then number 3, being able to give you 1 evo point seems very good. The recover 2's, it's whatever. But maybe it could actually be useful. We'll see. Okay. Let's see. How do I actually say your name? Lemrita, the Sisterly Shepherd. Which honestly, this character is great because she's a drunkard in Grand Blue Fantasy, and I believe her Evo art, yeah, is her throwing up, which this is all part of her gimmick, where she gains a stacking buff every time she, like, drinks, but if it gets too high, she ends up barfing it all up, and then it all resets back to 0. So it's funny that they added that back in here. Let's see what she actually is, though. She's a 2 cost 1/4 Havencraft follower. Okay. See, at the end of your turn, if this follower is evolved, deal 2 damage to all other followers. And then on Evo, this follower can't attack followers or leaders until the end of the turn. Huh. Interesting. It is a 4-cost follower as well. So this might fit in with... Well, I say it would fit in with Maribane, but then it also... Or not Maribane, Marwyn. But then, if you have this with Marwyn, it's another card. I mean, you can draw it with the 4-cost card there, but then it also prevents you from getting your Marwyn as well. So I don't know if that's useful. Interesting card. Then we have Sarah, the Graphos Chosen. It's a Havencraft follower, 4 for 4/5. Okay, already a little bit oversatted, which is nice. Usually this would be like a 3/5. But Enhanced 6, give this follower +10. Or +0, +10. And it's a ward too. What the heck? And then on evolve, select a damage follower on the field and destroy. That's whatever. I mean, not bad. It's decent removal, but it has to be damaged. But the fact that this can be a 4/15 at 6? Dude, that's crazy. I mean, I know there's a lot of hard removal out there, so maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking. Because there's a lot of Bane out there, and there's a lot of ways to remove stuff. Including this card right here, but still. The fact that this is like just a random minion that your opponent has to deal with. And it has 4 attack too, which is very good. Like, what the heck? I mean, I get why, because Sarah does summon out this like guardian thing in the back that is, and she is a very defensive character in Grand Blue, but jeez. 15? And then if you super evolve her, she's a 7... She's what, a 7/18? Like that's, even as a normal evolve would make her, what, a 6/17? That's a little crazy. Okay, then we have Lyria Sky Destined. Is a neutral craft follower. 2 for 1/1. And it's an enhance 8. Draw a follower that costs 7 or more. And then recover 7 play points. And then it also has a barrier. Interesting. So you're most likely never playing this on 2. You're always going to be playing it most likely at the 8. And you're probably going to want to build your deck specifically around this. That way you're always guaranteed to draw the specific thing that you want. The question is, is there anything that is so important that you need to draw it right now? I mean, obviously Cocytus. I mean, it's just a draw follower, so it could work for any deck. But you can obviously do something like getting your Cocytus on board and everything. Or just really any of your other finishers. It's an interesting card. The Recover 7's interesting too. So they want to have a downside, but not too much. So you can still do something else as well. Interesting. Ooh, then we have Isha, the Brutal Drill Sergeant, which she definitely is. She's a Portalcraft follower. Okay. Interesting. I thought she would have been Sword, but Portal's an interesting choice. She's 7 for a 7/6. Okay. Interesting, we saw an oversatted follower and with a slightly under. But she has a fanfare of select a mode. And mode 1 is deal 3 damage. Or, no. Do this 3 times. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Ooh. Too bad it's not a random enemy. It has to be a follower. But that's still pretty good. Because that's 12 damage separately. Like, that's a lot of damage. Or mode number 2 is deal 4 damage to the enemy leader. Okay. So she can still go face, which is good. 4 damage isn't... I mean, is that good enough? It kind of puts her in the same line as the artifact right? So like the artifact that they have deals 4 damage as well. So maybe you add this in and go like full burn for Portal. Like the burn artifact strategy, that would be interesting. Just constantly burn people before they have a chance to react. Ooh. Okay. And then what's your Evo? Okay, not bad. I do like it when they actually change the Evo to be something different. And then we have Crescent Tube Ride. It's a Dragoncraft follower, which of course, because it's a surfer, which which makes sense. But it's a Dragoncraft spell for 2. And you just gain the crest of Crescent Tube Ride, which the crest has a countdown 4. At the end of your turn, give a random allied follower on the field +1/+1. Is that useful? I mean, there's no real like buff synergies at the moment. I mean, I guess technically you could do it to your disdain, so that way they, you can be dealt more damage if you're buffing them up. It can sort of be considered a heal in that way. But there's just not a lot of buff dragon support. Because like there's only one other card that I can think of that buffs, which is like the Silvercraft follower from, I think, the base set, which is I think it's a 4-cost card that gives plus, is it +3 or +4? I know it changes when you're in overdrive too. It might be +2, and then when you're in overdrive +3. But also this is at the end of your turn too. I don't know. Then again, I like I said, I think I saw the Dragoncraft cards were not very good this expansion, so we'll see. Oh, the sisters. Okay, I really like this story arc. Like, this was a very cool event that they had in, and also had to deal with Cagliostro and everything. So, oh geez, this is where it's like I always just have to read these names, but I never. Do you ever have that thing when you're reading a name or something in a book, and you recognize the name, but you never properly understand how it's said? It's just like you read it and like, yeah, that's the word. But Marelli and Rosette, the Pentant duo. Okay, these names are going to kill me. Oh, these names are going to kill me. But it's a Runecraft follower. It's a 5 for 3/3. Okay, interesting. Little understated. But on Fanfare, it does summon. Wait, summons a copy of this card? And then Earthright 2, evolve it. Oh, evolve it and this follower. Okay. So at 5, if you have 2 Earthright, which should be pretty easy to do if you're committing to the Earthright, you get 2 5/5s out in the field. And you're evolving, you're increasing your Evo stuff, which can work towards your Skybound stuff, which is really important for this set. I don't think we've come across any cards yet for it. But how interesting. Okay. I mean, you're not going to be playing this in the hybrid stuff. So this will really just have to see, is Earthright a good enough set to be its own, or a good enough archetype to be its own thing now? Because if it's not, then this card is just going to be a complete waste. But if it is, that's pretty good. It's essentially like Dragoncraft, was it Lu Fang, being able to evolve for free, but for 2 extra play points you get another one. Well, and another Earthright too. So it's a bit high, but not bad for what it does, I think. And then we already saw Knight Arbiter. Okay, good. All right, now I'm a little nervous because we get a guaranteed leader here, but it's a random one. And honestly, I'll kind of be happy if it's anything other than the cat. Oh, I really don't want the cat. Because of that, I know this is the card I'm going to end up getting. But let's see. I do Fidel or Galleon is probably my two favorites. But let's see. Did we get cards as well, or is it just the... We do get cards as well, okay. Who do we get? Okay. I'll take Galleon. I'll take her, So let's see. Let's take a look at our new cards here. So we have Ren, the bestest pal. True. He's a neutral craft follower. He's a 2 for a 2/2. Fanfare, if you've unlocked Super Evolve, evolve this follower. Interesting. So he's just a good baseline, good baseline card, and he can evolve if you have Super, so turn 7 or 6, depending on if you're going first or second. Ah, and he's giving you an apple. Okay, that's actually really cute. I think every year for your birthday, he always gives you like something Apple related, which is very funny. Okay, then we have Suframir, the Wandering Tutor. She's a Runecraft follower, 1 for 1/1. At the end of your turn, spell boost your hand X times, where X is this follower's attack. Okay, and then on evolve, this follower gains cannot attack followers or leaders. Why not just say you can't attack? Is there anything else that this card can attack? That's so weird. If I evolve... Oh, she's frozen. Okay. Yeah, but this is a rare card, or a rare character in Grand Blue. I don't know if she has any higher rarities than that. I don't think she's at a super... Oh, actually, she might have a super rare, but she doesn't have a... She might have an SR, but I don't think she has an SSR. And then we have Oh, we had her twice. Okay. Oh, then we have Nihon. Okay. Nihon, the dispenser of Samsara. An Abysscraft follower. Okay. I would have expected him to be Havencraft, but because healing is his main thing. But interesting on the Abyss. So he's an Abysscraft follower, 6 for a 2/4. Interesting stat line. Evolve all unevolved followers on the field. Deal 2 damage to your leader. And then drain. Oh, okay. Wait. So he evolves everything on the field. And even though he does 2 damage to you, he has drain, and he's going... Because he evolves all unevolved followers, which is going to include him. Otherwise, it would say all other... So then this means that he... Oh, wow. Okay. Man, this is... I feel like this card's going to be very good in the aggro Abyss stuff. You know, the ones that have, like, they summon out all the weenies, and then they summon out that one gold card that then its power gets increased based on the amount of followers on the field. And then on the following turn, you play him. So you play that, like, turn 4 or turn 5. Then you play him turn 6, evolve whatever's left over. If anything is left over. Or you can save until later, summon out a bunch of ghosts, and just have the ghosts go face doing 3. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Yuna! Okay, oh wait, hang on. I didn't see... Does he have a nice Evo? Okay, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Okay, so Yuna, the Cosmic Legacy. She's a neutral craft follower. 3 for 3/3. Okay, good baseline. She has Aura... And then at the end of your turn, restore 1 defense to all allies. which I'm assuming also means you too. I mean, that does sort of fit her character in game. But that's only like one of her abilities. She can also like buff and do other stuff too. Huh. There's a neutral follower that can heal. And it can't be targeted by stuff. But it can still be attacked. I don't know. It's interesting. I wonder if that 1 health is going to matter. But we'll see. And then we have Feather, the Bombastic Brawler. He's a Swordcraft follower, 3, 4, 5, 4. Excuse me? That is really overstated, no? Like, there's no downsides to him? He's just a 3 for a 5-4? Why? Shouldn't this guy be like a 5-1? Why is he a 5-4? And on 3? You go first and you drop this guy down? There's no way your opponent's going to be able to deal with that. Heck, even going second. Right? Even going second. When you're... So you play this on your turn 3. Your opponent's on their turn 4. I don't think they're going to have a... Not many classes are going to have a way to deal with that. Then you just summon out your Zirconia on turn 4. Evolve this guy, turn him into a 6-5. Why? Why is this guy so high? Okay. Whatever. we got our leader, which was the important thing. So now if we go to our ticket exchange, the question is, what do we want to get? Do we want to get the home screen? Or do I want to get the leader? I don't know. Either way, let's do some polls first, actually. Let's do some polls. And then we'll figure out, let's see if we get any other leaders. I'm hoping, considering the fact that there's 8 different things that you can get in this game, I'm hoping that the drop rate for them, or for leaders, is a little bit better. But we'll see. So without further ado, let's finally begin our drawing. Let's go. Okay, not great, but we'll see. Ba-bum. Oh, they have this guy, Isaac's in here? Of course he's a portograph. Oh, so Isaac was a main character and part of one of the more recent like anniversary events and everything. But he's Isaac the Congenial Engineer. He is a Portalcraft follower, 2 for a 2/2, so not bad. Last word, add a strike artifact to your hand. Oh, interesting. So he just automatically gives you a fused one, and it's in your hand. And you can use it to fuse other things too. Oh. Oh, they're definitely trying to buff artifact here. That's good to see. Because I really do like artifact, and I feel like it's probably a lot stronger than people have been using it for. But I think this would be very good because then you can more easily go into, not this one, but probably this one. Yeah. Oh, okay, it only does 3 damage. For some reason I thought it did 4. Dude, Mari, Meg's best friend. I love that they added in Mari and Meg. I heard these cards weren't great, but I love that they added them in. So he's a Dragoncraft follower, 2 for a 2/2. Activates in hand. Whenever a 3 base cost allied follower super evolves, set the cost of this card to 0 until the end of the turn. And then at the end of your turn, give a random super evolved ally on the field +1/+1. Ooh. Okay, I mean, at least baseline stats, not bad, right? And it's something else that you can add into your deck early, but the effect's kind of whatever. Oh, she doesn't even have Meg in her Evo? Oh, what is this? She's Meg's best friend, but Meg's not even in the Evo or base art anywhere? Ah, come on. Ooh, and then Isaac Premium. Okay. Oh, dude, then he's in his suit. I didn't even see the Evo, but dude, I love that. When you get his character in game, he is actually just in the suit. And then what the heck is this? So, who is this character? I'm not sure I recognize who this is supposed to be. We worst afflicted of my sickness. This is done. I feel like he might be the... I feel like I should know who this guy is, but I feel like he's in one of the event stories I didn't really play or use. Is he... Because I think he might be part of the wheelchair like character and her like primal gang and everything, but I'm not sure on that. Okay, either way, Valiant Edge is a Abysscraft spell for 2. Deal 2 damage to your leader to gain a crest of Valiant Edge. Okay. And the crest has countdown 2. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower and restore 2 or 1 defense to your leader. Huh. So it's 2 that then restores 2 and then also deals 2 to a random enemy follower. You know what? If you want to play a control deck, which probably isn't the worst thing out there. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Not great, but interesting. Ooh, okay. Oh, jeez. More names. Trui, the Heroic Visionary, is a Havencraft follower. 3 for 2/1. Oh, with Storm. And then whenever you gain, or whenever you engage an amulet, give this follower Drain. Okay. I mean, the fact that this one has Storm is very cool. Meaning that you can definitely... Because I know Stormhaven was a thing. I know people do like to try to always make it work. But this is another Storm that you can add. Not bad. In fact, the stat line is very similar to the Dragoncraft follower 3, I believe. Then we have... Oh, dude, Mardragon was such a good... I think this was like a silver card in the original Shadowverse. But this one was very cool. And let's see. Yeah, and it looks like he does something similar. So Mordred, the Illusionary Lion, is a Swordcraft follower. 3 for 2/1 with Storm. Ooh. And then evolve, summon an Arthur Staunch Dragon. Okay, I don't remember him being a dragon. But Arthur is a 3 for a 2/3 with Ward. Ooh. And then on evolve, he summons out this guy. Okay. So you just get into an ever-ending cycle. But you get a... So you get a Storm, and then on evolve, you get a Ward. So the question is going to be, do you run both of these, or do you just run this guy? Because I feel like you're never going to evolve this guy normally. So I feel like you would probably just run Mordred, and then you would evolve him to go to face, and then you get your Ward to protect yourself. That's how I think this deck is going to, or this card's going to work, but we'll see. And then Kou and Yu, Love and Hatred. It's a Forestcraft follower, 7 for an 8/6. Okay. Decent stat line. Ooh, can attack 2 times per turn. And then on strike, restore 3 defense to all allies. Interesting. So it can restore 6, can attack twice. It doesn't have storm. But if this thing survives a turn, ooh, man, it is. If it survives a turn and then you can buff it with Go Nice, like, or Go Nace, or however you say your name, dude, you'd be able to just KO your opponent nonstop. Like, okay. Not bad. We saw that one. Starry Sky is a Forestcraft spell for 1. Okay, deal 2 damage to random enemy follower. Combo 5, which is quite a lot, but then you gain the Starry Crest, which just as a count on 1, last word, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader, and then add this card back to your hand. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Huh. But Forestcraft already has a lot of good 1-cost spells to deal with 2. I feel like this is a card that's going to become more relevant as once rotation actually becomes a thing. Like when rotation comes in and a lot of the older cards cycle out, I feel like this card will be this card will be much better. But for right now, I don't think it's better than anything that we currently have. Ooh, okay. Then we have Nezha, the Soaring War God. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. He's an Abysscraft follower. 6 for an 8/6. Okay. Very overstated. For Abyss, she has Rush. And then at the end of your turn, deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Then deal 2 damage to a random enemy follower. Huh. Which always makes sense because Nezha was he's a wind and fire character. And he always either shows up as a wind or fire character, but his character always does wind and fire damage. So I'm pretty sure that's what his kit's like kind of leaning towards here, or showing why he's doing 2 different damages. Because he's doing fire and then most likely wind. I know the version of him that I have is fire, but I think he might have a wind version that does fire damage as well. So interesting. Again, very overstated too. Like, what is up with the stat line on some of these cards? Okay, then we saw those. Ooh, okay, I've seen some of these. So then we have Sophia, the Zayan priestess. She's a Havencraft follower, of course. She's a 4 for a 3/5. Okay, nice stat line. Fanfare, summon a random Havencraft follower that costs 2 or less from your deck. Oh, okay. She thins your deck out for something that you can very easily control. I like it. And then on Super Evolve, give all other allied followers on the field barrier. Ooh. Okay. She's kind of like an Amalia in a certain sense, but not quite the same. Okay. Not bad. Then we have Catalina. Of course, of course. So we have Catalina, the Sky's Protector. She's a neutral craft follower. She's 5 for a 5/5 with Fanfare Skybound art, which means that you have to be on either turn 10. Like, it's a combination of your turn count and your Evo count when this card's in your hand. So on turn 10 or earlier, depending on how many times you evolve, deal 5 damage to 2 random enemy followers. Ward can't take more than 3 damage at a time. I mean, it's okay. I feel like the fact that it's a 5 for a 5/5 ward is very good. Because 5 for 5/5 is good, but usually when you have ward attached to it, you usually get like a decreased stat line. So the fact that this isn't a decreased stat line and is just at average, well, above average for ward, but at average for a normal follower, and it needs to take at least 2 hits or some Bane or some other stuff. It's interesting. I don't know about its Skybound art, but so interesting. Does it have a unique Evo? Oh, it does. She does get her primal thing back here. That's cool. Then this one, I had this character for a long time on my Earth team. She's just an SR. I don't know if she's ever gotten an SSR, but I have used Media, the Headstrong Miner. She's an Abysscraft follower. Okay. Interesting. Where would I have put her? For some reason, she screams like a Dragoncraft to me. Abyss. I just don't see it as Abyss, but okay, whatever. So she's a 2 for 3/1. Okay. Enhance 4, evolve this follower, and give it +1/+1. Oh. Well, it has Rush, but it's going to get Rush anyway if you evolve it. So I feel like if you're playing this card, you're playing it for the Evo effect to try to trigger Skybound arts and stuff. Which I don't know what Abysscraft has for payoff with evolution, but we'll see. Okay. And then she loses the hat when she evolves. I bet... I guarantee you the premium for this card probably looks really cool. And then we have Awe and Inspired. He's a Havencraft follower. Dude, this guy has a huge crush on Vieira, but she's just not into him. She's into Catalina, and he just won't leave her alone. But it's a 0. Oh, 0. A 0 cost amulet. Huh. With Engage to destroy this card, select an allied follower on the field and transform it into this. And then draw a card? What? I mean, it's a way to activate Engage, but are you really going to turn one of your own minions into this? Why? What would be the point of that? Is there a point to that? Huh. Well, either way, we have then Comet Drive. It's a Forestcraft spell for 2. Then select an enemy follower on the field and deal 4 damage to it. If there is an evolved ally on the field, draw a card. Ooh, okay. Now, this card might actually see play, because it can also draw you some stuff. But then they also have the bear as well. Right? Because I think the bear was added in last expansion. But the bear might be 4. I don't think it's 2. So for the cost, this card might actually be very useful. Ooh, okay. Then we have Shu, the Reborn Night King. A Portalcraft follower. Interesting. Because this guy's a part of Mysteria. Like, lore-wise, this guy is a part of Mysteria, so he should be Rune. But interesting that they added it to Portal. So he's a 3 for 2/1. Fanfare. If you've unlocked Super Evolve, give this follower Barrier. And then Storm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're giving Storm... This is the second card that has 3 for 2/1. And like I said, Dragoncraft already had a follower of this stat line before. So they're just giving cards Storm, huh? They've given it to Dragon, Haven, and Portal. Dragon I understand because Dragon is all about flying and everything. Haven as well I've understood because they have the birds and everything. Portal is interesting that they're giving this Storm. But I feel like they're giving it Storm not because of the fact that it fits in with the set, but because Portalcraft really lacks finishers. And I feel like that's what this is. Like, it lacks finishers and it lacks early aggression. It can counter stuff really well. I don't know. Weird to give it Storm. I mean, it could fit. I just don't agree with the motorcycle being able to fly. Or at least that's what I usually like. Storm, I usually... How should I put it? I usually think of flying with Storm, so it's very weird that this is here. But I do like the Evo arts. It's very good. And then we have Stryer, Open Heart Rover, who's an Abysscraft follower. Okay, I could see that. She's a 3 for 3/3. Good. Fanfare, if there's an evolved allied follower on the field, evolve this card. Ooh. And then Aura. Now, I feel like base Shadowverse also had that same effect too. Was that specific to Shadow or Abyss? I feel like there were a bunch of cards that did that, but that's actually pretty cool. 3 for 3/3 with Aura as well. So it has Aura and is a free Evo. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we have Stryer. Then we have Philosophia, the Cryptic Sophist. I feel like, yeah, okay, whatever. It's a Runecraft follower. Okay, it's a 3 for 1/4. Fanfare, draw a spell. Doesn't Runecraft already have this ability? Like, there's already a follower. I know there's already a follower that does this because I tried to use it once in... I think I tried to use it for Earth Rune. But yeah, there's already a follower that does this where he just draws a spell. Okay, so I mean, I guess you're getting the redundancy here. Huh. I wonder how useful that's going to be. Especially considering the fact that Earthright, I'm pretty sure it gets more than one spell this set, so I don't think you're ever going to see Rune run just only one spell. Granted, if this thing is still just picking up multiple spells, even if it's something that you don't necessarily need right then and there, that's so good. It is still a draw, so it does help you thin out the deck. It's... could be interesting. I just don't know if you're going to find the space for it is the problem. But we'll see. There's that. And then we already saw Arthur from Mordred. Oh, dude. Ismar is here. Okay. Ismar's Frigid Fate. She's a 5 for a 5/4. Oh, Dragoncraft follower. Okay. And then she has Fanfare. If you have 10 play point, evolve this follower. Okay. And then when this follower evolves, deal 3 damage to all enemy followers. Okay, that's not bad. Especially at 5. Ooh, I love the Evo. But at 5, this is actually really good for Dragon. Because one of the biggest problems that Dragon has had is being able to deal with Zirconia from Sword. And like what you would used to have to do is hope that you drew the mermaid guy at 5. Right? Because if you drew him... you would then get, what, I think he summons out 2 mermaids, and then 3 if you evolve him, and then the 3 mermaids would handle the ads that got buffed up, and then he could deal with Zirconia himself. But this is also another way of dealing with that. Okay. And is a little bit more useful and handles a lot more things. And then at max Evo points, it also just happens. That's actually really good. Okay. Dude, this card's actually pretty good. Okay, so Dragon gets at least 1 follower. 1 good card this. Ooh, legendary. Okay, who do we get? Nice, we got Fiera. Okay. And she's the full art for this as well. But over here we have Mugen, the steel-bodied honesty. That's true. He is very honest. But he's an 8 for a 10-8. Okay. Fanfare Super Skybound art, which means you have to be on turn 15 or lower. Give this follower Storm. Ooh. Dude, giving this thing Storm for 10? That's kind of crazy. And then on Super Evolve, select 2 enemy followers on the field and destroy them? Dude. Oh, this is a much better Leviathan Dragon than Leviathan Dragon. No? Right? Because Leviathan Dragon's a... what is Leviathan Dragon? I think Leviathan Dragon's a 9-10. Right? Because when you evolve it, I think it does 12. And that's at 10 play points. But it does have the guaranteed Storm like all the time. So this doesn't always have Storm. But you run like... I think having at least a 1 of this in your deck. Oh, that's an interesting. If you do 1, then he's not going to... The Super Skybound art's not going to get reduced. But you probably really only want to play him late game anyway, so... And the fact that he just destroys 2 enemy followers means that your opponent's most likely not going to get a board up and running that's going to really be able to deal with this. Okay. Dude, silver card saving the day again. Yep. And then his Evo is his like enraged form here when he's at... Because he can get into the boundary, which is why his hair gets all changed and everything. Then we have Vieira, the Luminous Primal Knight, as a Havencraft follower. 8 for a 6/6. And then it's a Fanfare, select 2 enemies on the field and banish them. Ooh, Super Skybound art is super evolved this follower too. Okay. And it's also ward and can't take more than 3 damage at a time. Dude, which means that you need to do you need to attack this thing 3 times. Although if you super evolve it from its just passive effect, you're going to need to do what, 4 damage to this thing? Dude, that's crazy. Okay. Okay. Even if it's a normal evolve, you still need to do 4 damage. It banishes 2 things as a ward. It's going to get buffed by, was it Wilbert too? Dude, and I think this is the full art card too. So this is... Oh, dude, she's going to be so good. I feel like Wardhaven, I think there's other ward cards too in this set. I feel like Wardhaven's just going to be a full-on thing. Then we've seen... Why is it so saying this card's new? Huh. Oh, then we have Tsubasa, the Blaze Gearist. Is a 2 for a 3/1 Portalcraft follower. With, let's see, Fanfare, increase the Skybound gauge for all cards in your hand by 1. Oh. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. So essentially, you don't have to worry about evolving or using your Evos to decrease your Skybound arch. You can just do this. Dude, why do you have trumpet on the side of your... That has to be so annoying. But okay. Ooh, okay. I see. I want to talk about this one, but let's go over here first. So we have Maximum Love Bomb as a 2-cost Dragoncraft spell. Let's see. Select an enemy follower in the field, deal 3 damage, and give it can't attack followers or leaders until the end of your opponent's turn. 2 to only deal 3? Don't we have a 2? I think we even have a 1 cost that just deals 4 damage, right? And then you're just preventing them from not attacking? I feel like if you're doing damage, you want to kill the thing, not like let it stay alive. I don't know. Interesting, but I just don't see it. Okay, then we have Alchemic Flare, which I believe from this premium set we will be getting like an alternate art for this. But it's a Alchemic Flare is a 2-cost runecraft spell, and it's a select an enemy follower on the field and deal it 4 damage. Gain an Earth Sigil, and then Skybound art, deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. So okay. It's burn. And then on late, so it destroys an enemy, it gives you an Earth Sigil, and then on later turns, it can actually just do damage right to the face. Okay. Not bad. Isn't this a moon card? Okay. Oh no, I think I technically have this guy. But let's see, Ezekran, the Potent of Vengeance is a runecraft. Okay. I thought this would have been Portal. But okay, let's see. So it's a 6 for a 6/5 runecraft follower. Fanfare, select 2 enemy followers in the field and deal 4 damage to them, and then gain 2 Earth Sigils. I mean, 6 to only deal 4 is a little rough. I mean, it is nice that it gives you 2 Earth Sigils, but isn't there like a 4-cost thing that does 3 damage? Then you can evolve it, deals 3 damage and gains an Earth Sigil, and then you can evolve it to do the same thing. Perfumer, I think it is. I think you would much prefer that card than this card. Cool card. Well, cool art. Don't know if you're really going to play it. Yeah, so Crass. Yeah, these two are very much related to each other. So why aren't they in the same craft? Okay, anyway. So Kaisis, the Sky Yearning Rival, is a 5 for a 3/2 Portalcraft follower. Select an artifact portal or an artifact follower in your hand and deal X damage to all enemy followers, where X is equal to this. Oh, you're dealing it to all. So if you select like the strike rune that we saw before, that's 5 damage to just everything. Oh, that's pretty nice. So it's a 5 to just potentially do 5 damage to everything. And then you also get a minion after, like I keep calling them minions, but followers after it as well. And then last word, he also gives you a fortify. Dude, they're trying to buff artifact. Okay. I'm all for it. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Oh, it's the spinny guy. Okay. Yeah, I know this guy. Okay. So, Randall, the Feet Fighter, is a 2 for a 3/2 Swordcraft follower. With an enhanced 5, give this follower Storm. Okay. Sure. And does his Evo look good? It looks... Oh, actually, let's see what it looks like when it's like this. Yeah, It's okay. Interesting. So another storm. They're giving out storm a lot. Also, why is this thing overstatted? I just realized that. Why is it overstatted? Shouldn't this match the other storm followers that we've been getting and have it be a 3 for a 2-1? Why is this guy a 2 for a 3-2? He's better than every other storm follower out there. Right? Because even if you don't give him storm, he's still overstatted. What is up? Is Sword doing that bad that they feel like they had to overstat every single card on Sword? Okay. No, no, I missed a card. I missed a card. Crap. Okay. It was the pink-haired girl. We'll have to, if she comes back up again, we'll have to read her then. Oh, she's right here, actually. Good. So since we missed her, Manamel, the super cutest, is a 4 for a 2-1 Forestcraft follower with, at the end of your turn, evolve this follower. Okay. And then when this follower evolves, deal 1 damage to all enemy followers. Huh. I mean, she's a free Evo. Not bad. And I believe Forestcraft does have some Evo support. So not bad, but you're probably going to be playing something else. We'll see. And then we have this, which is Rune Portal, which is a 7 cost spell, or Runecraft spell, which, of course, makes sense because you have Rune Portal with Runecraft. And it's deal 6 damage to all enemy followers, restore 3 defense to your leader. 7 for 6 is kind of a lot. But it is also healing you too. We should heal it for a little bit more. Also, what is up with Rune just getting heals? I feel like Rune should not be able to heal as much as it does. Like, healing should really be a Havencraft thing. But for some reason they keep giving it to Rune. I feel like their class identity like in Worlds Beyond, has been very weird. I don't know what's going on with them. But then we have Kupaton, who's voiced by Lily Pichu.
Can we be friends? Link us to a prismatic dream. Yeah.
I definitely heard her voice on the part there. Okay, but it's Kupaton, the iridescent archer, who's a 4 for a 3-2 Forestcraft follower. Oh, she's also Forest. And then Super Skybound art, evolve this follower, deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. But it's on Super Skybound. Okay. And then when this follower evolves, do this 7 times, deal 1 damage to an enemy follower. Okay. And then does her Evo... Yeah, the fireworks. That's what she's like in game 2. And we have Joel, who... Yep. The surfer is, of course, also in Dragoncraft. But Joel, the Wave Chaser, is a 3 for a 3-3 Dragoncraft follower with Ward and Aura. Interesting. I mean, I guess Ward cards just aren't getting a debuff anymore for being Ward. Huh. I don't know if you'd really ever play this card in all honesty. It's not bad, but not great either. Ooh, then they added in Vastaraga. The Unyielding Scythe is an Abysscraft follower, which I think is good because I think it was a Shadowcraft before. which is 6 for a 2/7. What? No, Intimidate's supposed to be Dragon. Why is this in... Okay. But it has Intimidate. And last word, you summon an Undying... Ooh, okay. And then you deal 2 damage to yourself. Okay. Which I believe makes sense, because I think it's Shadowcraft, or like its base Shadowverse version was... It would evolve itself with... Was it Necromancy, I think? Necromancy 2? So this is pretty cool that it's just bringing itself back. And you're not even getting a debuff this time either. So very cool. But it's very expensive though. So I don't know if it's going to see much play. But it's a card that sticks. So that's always the most important thing. Although, yeah, it sticks. You can't target it with physical attacks. So you have to use spells or other abilities to get rid of it. And then it just comes back anyway once you do. So unless you're able to constantly get rid of this card to just burn your opponent out, like, I don't think you're going to be able to really get rid of this guy. Well, unless you banish him. Which I guess everyone does have Odin at 7. So, okay, maybe he's not as good as I thought. But we'll see, we'll see. Oh, hello there, Ghost. Thanks for stopping by. Right now, I'm just doing some pulls in Shadowverse, Worlds Beyond, because a new set just came out. So I'm trying to look at all the new cards that came in. So let's see. So Skyfaring Vessel is a 4-cost Havencraft Amulet, which activates in hand. Whenever you engage an amulet, reduce the cost of this card by 1. Oh, that's kind of cool. And then engage, destroy this card, and select an unevolved allied follower on the field and evolve it. Whether you're in a... Oh, you saw the Chainsaw Man movie. Nice, nice. Is that... Is it only in Japanese, or did they also dub it as well? Because I've heard a lot of really good things about Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen the series yet myself. And honestly, like that... Because what? I think that came out around the same time as like Jujutsu Kaisen and everything, right? I think that was the one I ended up watching. But Chainsaw Man I haven't. But I've heard really good things about it. You're severe. Okay. Yeah, you see, that was one of the reasons why I kind of stood away from it. Was, oh, they did dub it. Okay, good, good. But that was kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't super pushed to try to watch Chainsaw Man at a time, because it seemed very depressing, and then it also seemed very gory and stuff too, which was like, not stuff that I'm super huge fans on, but maybe I'll give it a chance once it... I don't know if I'll watch it once it all finishes, or maybe I should just give it a watch now, since this... I think at least season 1 is done, I believe. Ah, you got attached to a character and then they ended up dying, right? Is how it always goes. Let's see. Ooh. Couple of rares here. So we have Primal Beast Absorption. Is a 5-cost Dragoncraft spell. With select an enemy follower on the field. Banish it. Oh, and then add a copy of it to your hand. Okay, okay. That's actually kind of cool. So Dragoncraft now has a way to just banish stuff. And then you could just copy it, which is... It's always like a jerk move to do, is to copy your opponent's best card on the field and then use it against them. But I like it. Just there for like an hour and 20 minutes, and you liked it the most. So how does this game... so this is a Shadowverse, so it's a TCG. And you get to create... Like, you have to create decks based on the different archetypes that they have. which after I finish opening up one more pack, I'll kind of show you all the different classes and stuff. But you build your decks. Each class has its own kind of different archetypes and play styles. And you just try to play against the other players and hope that you build your deck in the best way to try to beat them and kill them. It's very similar to like Magic the Gathering. Or really, I guess this game is actually a lot more similar to Hearthstone. I think Hearthstone is probably the closest comparison. But if you've ever played Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh! What are some of the other ones? Like Legends of Runeterra. I think Riftborn just came out if you're into TCGs. Pokemon. Yeah, so pretty much if you're a fan of TCGs, I definitely recommend giving this game a shot. Ooh, so now we have Corruption over here. It is a 5-cost, Abysscraft spell. Let's see, give all followers on the field -2/-2, and give yourself and your opponent the Crest of Corruption. And then on Super Skybound art, destroy your crest. And then the crest is countdown 4 at the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to your leader. Ooh. Okay. That's a total of like 6 damage because I think of how countdown works. Not bad. Although you're also taking the damage too, but you're in Abysscraft, so you can kind of heal that up. And then, ooh. Was that Alfheimer? If I'm saying that right, or Alf... Yeah, some of these names I am completely butchering. But it's a 2-cost Forestcraft spell of select a mode to activate. And then at Super Skybound art, which is on like turn 15, activate all of them instead. So you could either draw a card and restore 1 defense to your leader. Give all allied followers on the field +1 in rush. Or give all allied followers on the field +0/+1 in ward. Ooh, so you can essentially really buff up all of your fairies and just go straight to face. Okay. This is probably very good for an aggro deck. And then let's see. Okay, we've seen all of these. And then we have Eustace. Howl of Thunder. He's a 5 for a 5/4 Portalcraft follower with Fanfare Skybound Arts. Select another unevolved allied follower on the field and evolve it in this follower. Oh, he can just evolve him and somebody else? And then Clash, deal 3 damage to the opposing follower. Ooh. So Clash happens like whenever another card tries to attack this guy, he will deal 3 damage to them first, meaning that the card that's attacking him needs to be at least 4 toughness or higher. So this guy is probably going to be a lot harder to get rid of than people give him credit for. And then we have Chloe, what a gal. She's a 2 for a 2/2 Forestcraft follower. With Enhance 8, select a follower in your hand and summon it. Then return this card to your hand. For 8? What are you trying to cheat out at 8? I feel like 8 is way too high. I don't even know if Forestcraft really has super expensive stuff to begin with. Huh. So usually with cards like this means that this card is like for a future expansion. Like, I don't think the support for this card is probably here yet. But it's probably the support for another card much later in the game. So from several sets from now. But let me go ahead and quickly show you the different classes that are in the game. Ooh, yep, got a bunch of bonuses. So if we go over to decks and I go to create a new one, you see that there are 7 different classes that you can pick from. So you have Forestcraft over here, which is kind of the combo heavy kind of aggro playstyle. Well, I'll say this. It has a combo playstyle and then it has an aggro playstyle. The combo playstyle kind of increases your card's effects based on how many cards you played previously. So you kind of want to hold on to your cards and then save them for like one big massive like burst turn. Or you could play it as just a regular like aggro deck. Then you have Swordcraft, which is really, this is the true aggro like board. Like pretty much you're just summoning out a bunch of knights and soldiers onto the field and trying to overrun your opponent with a bunch of followers. Runecraft over here is kind of what it sounds like. It's the spell kind of control-y archetype that you'll see in just about every single card game. There's always going to be one very spell-based heavy deck. Then you have Dragoncraft, which is all about ramping up and summoning out big guys as soon as possible. So you can actually summon out your big stuff much earlier than any of the other decks. And they're kind of on these big creatures that, kind of, take over the game. Then you have Abysscraft, which is a combination of two different crafts from the base game. But it's really all about... It reminds me of a lot of the black color in Magic, where it's all about like efficiency. So like Abysscraft doesn't mind either like sacrificing a creature or dealing damage to themselves, so long as it means that they can get a card effect for cheaper and essentially more efficiently. So they deal damage to themselves, they destroy their own minions, but then in return they get to deal like even more damage to the opponent or get rid of opponent stuff, or just really they get a lot of benefit from it. So it's a very cool archetype. Then you have Havencraft over here, which is all about... This is kind of like the Healy, Stally kind of control-y deck, which is like, they're not going to do damage to you. They're just going to outlast you until you run out of steam and then beat you over that way. So it can be fun to play, very annoying to play against. And then you have Portalcraft, which is all about kind of like summoning out these artifacts and interesting cards that have like unique effects, but require some sort of strategy to really, put together and like use them. Like one archetype that they have within this Portalcraft is like you can summon out like these artifacts, and then you can combine the artifacts together to create a giant mech that can then go in and destroy your opponent. It's really great. Yeah, so those are kind of all the different archetypes that we have in the game. And then right now, this is the new set that's in here. We started off with Legends Rise, and then we've had, pretty much 3 sets till now. And then Skybound Dragon is the newest set that just came out today. So let's continue on and see what else we can get here. Yeah, Havencraft can be a lot of fun. Like I said, fun to play, kind of annoying to play against. That was an interesting particle effect. Did we get something unique? Let's see. We might have just got a premium legendary, but let's... Okay, so nothing too new here, but I do like... The premium cards are kind of cool because they have these extra like special effects. They would normally be like the holographic cards that you would see in like physical games. Ooh, okay. Well, first we got the premium here. And then we got Sandalphon, the Primarch successor. So he's a 6. He's a 6 for a 7/6. Okay, neutral craft follower. Activates in the deck. At the start of your turn, if an allied follower evolved at least 6 times this match, evoke this card. Okay. And then evoke just means that you can summon it directly from your deck. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And then when this card is evoked, you gain a Crest of Sandalphon. And then you return it back to your hand. And then Super Skybound are do this 5 times. They'll do 2 damage to a random enemy. Which means that it can also hit your opponent. Ooh, so that could be 10 damage to your opponent's face. And then what is the Crest? Countdown 2. At the end of your turn, restore 1 defense. Okay. So even though it does have an evoke effect, you're probably never going to use it for the invoke, which is interesting. So what happens if two Havencraft followers play against each other? Yep. Nope. That is exactly what happens. They just kind of... It is a very long game until either one player messes up or the other player just gets a better like draw than the other one. But it is a very stally game that can last for a good amount of time. Pretty much. Ooh, and then the Evo is pretty cool too. And let's see. I know because of that, though, a lot of people don't like playing up against the mirror matchup. Just because it can take forever. But Havencraft last expansion was very popular, so I'll be interested to see if it's still going to be popular with this expansion. So then we have Chaos Legion. Is a 6-cost Portalcraft spell. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. Okay, so that includes the enemy leader. Then Super Skybound Art, which means it has to be on turn 15. Or earlier, depending on how many Evos you do. But deal 6 damage instead. Oh. Okay. I mean, 6 just to do 6 by itself is a little bad. It's a little bit too expensive. But the Super Skybound Art is very good, but also, like... It's going to take a while. But Portalcraft does have some ways to reduce that outside of just evolving. So maybe not, but we'll see. Oh, we got 2 new cards. Okay. Then we have Bale, the Elemental Resonance, which is a 3 for a 2/2 Abysscraft follower. With Fanfare, select a mode to activate. Give this follower and another random allied follower on the field +1/+1. Oh, that's nice. Or deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Oh, that's actually... Dude, this card's a very good card for Mode Abyss. Okay. This guy will be fun to play. So I like playing Dragoncraft. Dragoncraft has been like the main deck that I've been playing a lot. Although last expansion, I did also play a lot of Abysscraft here with this Mode Abyss style. So essentially, you're playing a lot of cards that have this mode effect. And then if you play enough of them, you can activate another card that lets you pick actually both effects instead of just one. So it's a very cool late game deck. But like, so there was that. And then I also did play a little bit of Rune, but not too much. So those were kind of the main 3. But I wouldn't mind trying to do a little bit more like Sword or Forest. Just so I can get some of the achievements and stuff for doing it. But but we'll see. I'll have to mess around with a lot of these new cards after we finish our pools and see what I really like. So then now we have Stormbreaker, which is the 3-cost Portalcraft spell. Do this 6 times. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay. That's actually not bad for only 3. For only 3, you're doing 6 damage to the field. That's actually really good. A little annoying that it's random, but if there's only one thing out on the field, it's no longer random. Okay, then we've seen a lot of these cards, but we're... Oh, that's what that special effect was. I noticed that one of the packs had a different special effect, and it was like a god pack here. Because you notice how every single one of these is a premium effect? That's pretty cool. And I like how this guy is the falling stars behind him. So every single card was a premium. That's cool, that's cool. Then Mugen over here looks very cool as well. And then, oh, I don't think we actually saw this one. Unleashed. So it's a 4-cost Runecraft spell with select a mode, draw a card, and then deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. Or you could select draw 2, deal 4 damage to 2 random enemy followers. and 2 damage to your leader. Oh, okay. So I guess the 2 damage... Is the 2 damage supposed to be the downside? Because I feel like you would always just go with number 2. Like, who cares? Like, 2 damage is nothing. So since we have 4 to draw 2 and then do some damage to the field. Okay. Not bad. I do like how it's like, unleash the cats. Then let's see. Ooh. Okay, so we got Meg. So Meg, the girl next door, which this was a summer character that was very cool. Like her story arc in Grand Blue Fantasy was very nice. So I should mention as well, this set is a Grand Blue Fantasy collab set, which Grand Blue Fantasies is the, like both Grand Blue Fantasy and Shadowverse are made by the same company, which is why they're kind of able to do this so quickly. But this card is a it's a 3 for a 2/1 Dragoncraft follower with Skybound art. So turn 10, super evolve this follower. Then whenever a 2 base cost allied follower enters the battlefield, give this card ward. Okay, so that's essentially if one of the whales comes out. Yep, which is why she has her shark. Yeah, because this is her summer arc. So she starts off as Meg, like this girl that like, you know, she's like, oh, I'm just a plain average girl and everything. And then she goes through this arc and becomes a complete like badass and very cool. Although she still sees herself as just an ordinary girl, which is really funny because she's like, oh no, you know, I'm just an ordinary girl. I can't really do anything. And then she does this like badass stuff and just kicks everyone's ass.
Not on my vacation.
Yeah, I love Meg. Meg was a great character in game. Oh, and then we have Gran and Jita over here, which these are the main characters. So you can be either the male character or the female character here in Grand Blue. And they are a 4 for a 3/2 neutral follower. So every deck can use neutral cards. And Fanfare, select a mode to activate. And then on Skybound art, evolve this follower. Okay. So on turn 10. So you can either choose to deal 5 damage to a random enemy follower or draw 2 cards or 2 followers, which I feel like you're probably always going to do the second one because drawing is very nice, but we'll see. Nice. And then this is their Evo. But nice. Okay. Ooh, then we got our legendary. Dude, Beelzebub. Okay, so Beelzebub is a leader that you can get in this set. This guy looks really cool. I'll show you what the leader cards look like after this. But, so let's see. This is Beelzebub, the Supreme King. He's a 9 for a 9/9 Portalcraft follower. Fanfare, select 2 enemy followers on the field. Remove all abilities from them and deal 9 damage. And then give the enemy leader take 1 more damage. That's that's a crazy leader effect. I heard people saying that egg portal, which is all about like doing just like 1 damage to your opponent over and over again, is gonna love this guy because he essentially turns that 1 damage into 2 damage. Allowing you to kill your opponent even quicker. But this guy is cool. Dude, I will definitely show you what his alternate art looks like because it is like he is farming aura with his ultimate art. So we got 2 more packs. I think this is where we're going to get into kind of like just opening up the packs. So I think we've pretty much done every single one. Yep. Yeah, so let's see. If I go to... Yep. And if you go to draw tickets here. Yeah, so this is Beelzebub. So this is his alternate art right here. Like, that pose is just crazy. And then I don't know if I can see... Oh, you can't see his Evo, but the Evo looks even, like, really cool as well. But yeah, this pose is just really nice. And then Belial is the other leader that you can get as well. And this is like the home screen art that you can get for him. And then you also can get all of these too, which makes me really nervous that it's going to be so hard to get everything in this set. But these are all like the dragons, which are really important lore-wise to Grand Blue Fantasy. And I got this card because I paid a little bit of money to get a guaranteed one of them. Or one of these 6, and she was the one I got. And then I'm hoping I can get Fidel, because she's my favorite dragon. But I'm hoping I can get her. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, especially if they didn't increase the drop rate of these things. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so let's go. We can do this at least 8 more times here. And we get a nice alternate art out here as well. It's not pay to win if you... Yeah. True, true. And honestly, this game is pretty free-to-play friendly. I have a lot of like free currency up here that I've been saving up. But it is very good if you want to save. I'm just used to playing TCGs and, and used to spending money on them. So I'm kind of okay with it. And as you said, I save up for it as well. So no need to worry. Ooh, but we're still getting some new cards here. We already saw this one at the premium. But what was... So this is... Antheria? I hope I'm saying that right. But Antheria, the toe-tapping torch, which is a dancer in Grand Blue. Which she can usually... Which means that she like buffs up one other unit. But she's a 5 for a 5/4 Forestcraft follower. Okay. Fanfare, give all allied followers on the field barrier. Ooh. Barrier is very nice because barrier means that they can, the next damage that's dealt to them does 0. So it means that they can survive a turn. And then the Evo is pretty cool. Yeah, so barrier is very nasty, especially since he's giving this to all followers. So if you have a board of like pixies and stuff on the field, or I should say not pixies, but fairies, which is what Forestcraft can do, which are just like 1/1 cards. She can then give them barrier, which makes them even harder to get rid of. So I feel like Forestcraft before, which is all about the combo, which was it's very mentally taxing to try to control, like keep track of all your combos and see if you can do enough damage to your opponent. So I feel like they're trying to also give it like an aggro play style as well. So if you don't want to play the combo style, you can play the aggro style instead and still enjoy it. So that'll be interesting. Then yeah, we've seen these other cards. Oh, and there's the Belial. Belial, the Archangel of Cunning. He's a 7 for a 7/6 Abysscraft follower. With Fanfare, deal 10 damage to all other followers. And then on Super Skybound art, which is on a minimum of, oh, not a minimum, but maximum turn 15, could be earlier. You gain a Crest of Belial. And then you can Super Skybound art to advance his crest by 1. Or you can Super Evolve him to, okay. And then Countdown 4, last words, deal 20 damage to your enemy leader. So 20 damage is the maximum amount of health that you can have in the game, and you cannot heal above 20. So essentially what this is saying is that he gives you a crest that can just kill the opponent once the countdown happens here. And then you can advance it by 1 as well. Now the only problem is that Skybound art requires 15. But if you have this card in your hand and evolve followers, you do reduce the count of that by 1. But I really don't see you doing that, especially if you want to save super evolves for this. So I don't see you doing that. I don't see this card being played any earlier than turn 10. Which surviving until turn 10 is going to be a little rough. But we'll see. His Evo goes crazy. Like that's pretty cool. Ooh, okay. Then we have Talk over here. The something surgeon. She's a 1 for a 0/4 Havencraft follower. Interesting stat line. Very tanky, but she doesn't have ward, which is interesting. And then whenever you engage an amulet, restore 1 to your leader. Ooh. And then on evolve, you can select an enemy follower in the field and deal 4 damage to it. Okay. Not bad, but I feel like... So whenever you engage an amulet, restore 1 defense to your leader. I know there are Havencraft in the past, because Shadowverse Worlds Beyond is the upgraded version, or like the newest version of Shadowverse, which was like the original or OG version, which you can still technically play as well. But I know in the original Shadowverse, Havencraft would get some cards that, like, whenever they would heal, you would get like extra benefits. Like you could either buff up a card or do damage to your opponent or like all other like kinds of stuff. And I don't really think current Havencraft has that. I do believe that there is an amulet right now that is whenever you heal. I think it buffs up something, but it only does it once, I believe. Or maybe you have to engage it to buff up something. No, I think what it is that you have to engage the card. It heals you 1 and then buffs a random ally on the field. So this effect isn't going to synergize with that. So essentially, what I'm saying is I think this card is a card that's not important now, but will be in the future. Nice art, though. And then, okay. So it's always interesting to see because Shadowverse has been... One of the things I like and dislike about Shadowverse like set design is that they never release cards that are supposed to be together, like cards in an archetype or cards that like synergize well together within the same set. They always either release them... Like they always kind of separate the cards apart, which makes it really annoying when you're trying to build decks, because sometimes you'll be like, oh, this is a really cool archetype, but they just haven't released enough cards for it yet. And so then you have to wait. And then when rotation happens and the cards get, like half of your deck kind of gets put out of rotation when a new set comes in, it feels bad. But hopefully they can fix that, but we'll see. Ooh. The premium looks pretty nice. Let's see. I don't think we have any other legendaries here. Ooh, but we do get a gold. Oh, the Golden Knight. Okay. Golden Knight, the True King's Blade. It's a 7 for a 6/6 Swordcraft follower. So fanfare, select a mode to activate. Super evolve this follower. Or deal 4 damage to all enemy followers. Or restore 4 defense to your leader. Or enhance 9. Activate them all. Dude. Why? That's so good. You're just getting a free super evolve. You're getting a free super evolve that deals 4 damage to everything and heals you. At 9. Dude, that's crazy. Okay, that to me is a little too good. I feel like Swordcraft definitely is the winner of this expansion, at least as far as card quality is concerned, because they are getting some really overpowered stuff. Yeah, they're getting a lot. So maybe Swordcraft is the deck that I'll be playing this expansion. But we'll see. Okay, good. Yeah, we're getting some bonuses. So essentially this is one where if you use paid currency, you can get a bunch of free, well, you get a bunch of packs and then you get a bunch of extra bonuses from them. So I kind of like to do it just so I can get like the extra like alternate art for stuff. But definitely don't do it if you don't have the money. Okay, so we have one legendary. Let's see if it's anything good. Ooh. I always love it when they make the fire look pretty cool. Here's our legendary. Ooh. We have Wellness here. He's one of the dragon cards. So he's a 7 for an 8/6. A Dragoncrat follower. With a fanfare ability. So when he comes into the field, select an enemy follower on the field and deal 8 damage to it. Okay. It also has Intimidate, which means that enemies cannot directly attack this guy. You can only get rid of it through spell effects or other card effects. And then on Evolve, replicate the fanfare ability. Okay. So Intimidate is always a very interesting keyword. Because it can be very hard to... It's one of those things that if your opponent's not expecting to deal with Intimidate, it can be very hard for them to try to remove this card. Because they can't attack it directly. So, which means that they can't like evolve something to try to just go face with it. And he does 8 damage to something. So it means that he can get rid of other things on the field. Huh. Oh, very... Oh, the Evo is very cool. Interesting card. I don't know if it's going to be enough to get him to see play, but he's very cool. It does make me want to try him, because I have wanted to make an Intimidate deck, but there just haven't been enough Intimidate cards, so... We'll have to see if they added any other ones as well. Oh, very subtle like effects here, but I kind of like it. Or just the water going back and forth. The ocean coming in and then going out on... That's pretty cool. Boom. Nothing new. Yeah, I think we're just going to get a bunch of free stuff. Free vials in the game that you can use to craft other cards. So essentially with all the duplicates that you get in the game, you can turn them into something called vials, which you can then use to craft other cards that you need. So you don't necessarily need to draw everything. So long as you eventually draw enough stuff to be able to craft what you need as well. Okay, okay. Ba-bum. All right, let's keep going. We got to see if we get anything good. Oh! Okay, we got 3 legendaries there. Oh! Dude! Dude, did you see that? It turned to orange. It turned to orange, which I think means that we're going to get a leader card. Let's see, let's see. Okay. So we have Alchemic Fire. Okay, this is our legendary. Yeah, we got the stupid cat. We got the cat. Okay. It's not the leader, but we got the card for it. Okay, so we have Zoe here. Who she's a 5 for a 5/5 Dragoncrat follower. Gain 1 maximum play point. Oh. Wait, does she increase our play points? Wait, does she I don't know. Okay, the wording on that's weird. I don't know if that's considered... Because Dragon's all about ramping, so you get... Usually the wording is like you get empty play points. Which means that on the next turn... So like, for instance, when I play this card... this means that I'm technically at 6 play points. So then on turn 6, I technically would have 7 play points. And Dragoncraft has a bunch of cards that do, well, it has a couple of cards that do that. And it's called ramping because you're trying to increase your mana value much higher than your opponent. So you can get to this 10 cost a lot quicker than what everyone else would be. Because usually you only get 1 play point per turn. So for everyone else, an enhanced 10, which requires 10 play points, would be on turn 10. But Dragoncraft can usually get it on like turn like 7 or 6 or so, depending on how lucky you get. So this is another way to ramp. I'm very curious to see if this means that you can ramp past 10. But I'm not sure on that. Either way though, enhanced 10, give this follower Storm. But you set your leader's maximum health or maximum defense to 1. And then give your leader the following effect. Can't take more than 0 damage at a time until the end of your opponent. Oh, okay. So essentially you play Zoe on 10 to gain Storm to try to finish off your opponent. And then it gives you a little bit of a currency. So it saves you a turn. Essentially, this card saves you a turn because your opponent just cannot damage you for a turn. So either you would play this to try to finish off your opponent, or you play this to prevent your opponent from killing you. And hopefully, give you another turn that you can draw the card that you need to help survive or something. So that's interesting. Then we got the cat. Character-wise, I really don't like this guy because it's funny. So the cat right here is actually this dragon in the back, but all the dragons can change their appearance, and every other dragon changes their appearance to look like a human, except for the cat, which wants to be a cat because it wants people to praise it and treat it like a king. And it turned into a cat because it noticed that's what people do with cats. Which is funny, but also very annoying because the character-wise, he can be very insufferable. But I do find it funny. But anyway, Ayar, the wind personified. He's a 2 for 2/1 Forestcraft follower. With Fanfare, Skybound art, recover an Evo point. Okay. Real tough. Who would? I mean, I don't. If I had, it's weird. I wouldn't want to transform into a cat, but if I were to be like reincarnated or something afterwards, I wouldn't mind being one in another life, right? I would still prefer to be a human. I still think humans are the best, but being transformed, I don't actually. Would I want to be a cat or a dog? That's a good question. I think they're both pretty good. Honestly, I really like dogs. But cats are much easier to take care of. Hard to say, hard to say. Honestly, both of them are good pets. And then we have Aglovale. Aglovale, the Lord of Frost. He's a 6 for a 5/3 Swordcraft follower. Fanfare, deal 3 damage to all enemy followers with intimidate. Why is everyone getting intimidated? This is supposed to be a Dragoncraft only thing. Okay. I don't know if Sword would even want to play this guy though, because it's such a random. Like, does Sword even really need a board clear? I don't think so. Oh, and then we have Delaflee's Gleaming Gems is a 3-cost Havencraft amulet. With Engage, destroy this card and select a mode to activate, which you can either destroy a random enemy follower or draw 2 cards. Ooh, draw 2 is always good. Also, destroying an enemy follower is also pretty good too. These are 2 very good effects. Okay. But let's see. Do we actually get a leader, or am I seeing things? Ooh, geez, how do I say your name? Forito, the Muscle and Bloom. which this card is all about. She's all about strength and everything in Grand Blue. So she's a 2/6. She's all about strength and power, but she's a 2/6 in this game. Okay. Oh, but she has Ambush and Bane. Okay, so Ambush means that they cannot be targeted until they take an action. So this card's on the field and the opponent just cannot interact with it whatsoever, except for like AoE effects to try to get rid of it. But at 6 defense, that's going to be very hard to get rid of. Because I think a lot of AoE stops at like 5. So 6 is very interesting. And then it has Bane, which means that if it attacks anything, that creature, or if it attacks any follower, that follower is instantly destroyed. Oh, interesting. Okay. So essentially you're going to play this card, get a bunch of ambush. Probably you're going to get more than just her out on the field. And then evolve her and go straight to face with a big board of stuff that your opponent just can't deal with. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Ooh. Okay, then we have Luwu, the light personified. He's also a dragon as well for light. That's his form in the back. So he's a 5 for a 6/6. Okay, he's overstatted. Usually cards are like normal stats are 5 for a 5/5, but he's overstatted, which is interesting. And he's a Portal Craft follower. Portal's also an interesting choice too. Then do this 6 times. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. Give all followers in your opponent's hand +1/+1. Wait, what? Why are you buffing your opponent's hand? Okay, let's see if the crest does anything. Skybound art, you gain a crest. Whenever an enemy follower storm attacks a leader, give it -3 until the end. I mean, what? So, I mean, cool, he does 1 damage to everything, but he's buffing your opponent's cards. And yeah, he can get rid of the storm, but that seems really bad. That's so weird. Huh. Okay, yeah, this guy is confusing me. I don't know. I'm not. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's right there. Okay. Who did we get? Oh. Okay, we got her. I Ramdus. I really wanted her for her leader because she's a Runecraft leader, and I don't have a Runecraft follower or a Runecraft leader yet. Well, I do, but not one that I'm super excited for. So that's very cool. I'm glad I got her. Ba-bum. Ooh, I wonder if this one looks... Yeah. So this character is very interesting, Grand Blue, because she's a nun that she drinks a lot. And end game, like every time you drink, like she has a ability, and every time you use the ability, she drinks and gains a buff, and it stacks. But if the buff goes too high, she gets 6 and pukes up all the alcohol, and then loses all the buffs. And she gets like dazed and stuff as well for a turn. So it's interesting where it's like, it's all about like trying to increase her buff stacks, but don't get it too high. Otherwise she has a chance of failing and just puking it all up. And I love how they added that into this card effect too. Oh, okay. Elements, the Remembrance of Flame. He's a 3 for a 2/1 Runecraft follower. Select an enemy follower on the field, remove all abilities from it, and deal it 3 damage. Okay, then Super Evolve, you gain a crest, which at the start of your turn deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. Oh, permanent. permanent, deal 1. Oh. You just deal 1 damage to the enemy leader at the start of your turn. Okay. Just a nice way to finish things up. Though it's going to take a little while because Super Evolve you need to be like turn 7 or 6. But still though, that's really nice damage. Like really nice ping damage over time. It can add up a lot. But nice. Okay, okay. So we got a leader card. So maybe they did boost the leaders or the drop rate for them. Let's see. Let's see. It was very cool that I didn't see it out there. It was only when I clicked in here. Ba-bum. Ooh. Okay, yeah, it looks very nice with the subtle effects there. Alright, let's see what legendary we get. Boom. Oh, okay. So we have UL and yeah, her. The dancing duo. It's a 5 for a 4/3 Forestcraft follower. Fanfare, do this 2 times. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. And then on Super Evolve, you gain a crest of them. And then the crest is countdown 4. Once on each of your turns, when you play a follower, evolve it. Oh, that's really good. For 4 turns, you just get 4 evos. Oh, that's so good. And these two are great in game. I actually really do like them. So that's very cool. And then, you know what? Since we kind of open up a lot of them to begin with, we can just go ahead and skip the rest. Because I think we only had 1 leader. Or legendary. Yep. Boom. Okay, let's go. Boom. Okay, good. I think we've only getting 1 legendary, but that's alright. Ooh. I like the premium right there. Okay, here we go. The legendary. Oh, and then now we actually got the card for her. So we got the ticket for her, but now we got the card. So Ramdis, the water personified. She's actually a jellyfish, which I don't think you really see super well here. But yeah, she's a dragon. She's a jellyfish dragon, which is very cool. Which is what her the top of her umbrella is supposed to kind of look like. But she's a 3 for a 0/1 Runecraft follower. On spell boost, give this follower +1/+1. And then Fanfare, spell boost your hand. Okay, so essentially spell boost is like whenever you play a spell or a follower that increases your spell boost, she would get +1/+1 attack. Okay, that seems actually kind of nice. And then on Super Evolve, select a mode to activate, give all other followers on the field barrier, or do X damage between all enemy followers where X is equal to the follower's attack. Okay. She's an interesting card. The problem is that she's only really good in a pure spell boost deck. And unfortunately, Rune has been very much a hybrid between spell boost and Rune, or and Earthright. So it's very... I don't know if you're going to be able to play her. But at least not yet. Maybe after rotation and stuff, she could be very good. But rotation is going to be quite a bit away. Which rotation is usually, when it comes to TCGs, only X number of sets are in rotation for a given amount of time. And then once a new set comes out, the last set in that rotation gets cycled out. So it kind of gets you like, you're not always playing with the same cards. You're kind of playing with a rotating set of cards that newly comes in. It's a way to get you to buy the new stuff. I think the only TCG that really doesn't do that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an eternal format. But every other TCG out there, like Magic and Magic, Hearthstone, every other one has some form of rotation. And then usually another format that is like, usually if they have a rotation format, there's also another format that's like the unlimited format or the eternal format like Yu-Gi-Oh! And usually I like to play rotation because it's much like eternal formats are always about, just play like the strongest, most broken stuff. And eternal or rotated formats can be the same way, but I like that they kind of limit your card pool and everything and make you kind of pick what you want to go and play. Okay, so we can do this 3 more times. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay. We got a couple of legendaries, which is nice. Oh. Seraphon. The leader of the Eternals. He's a 4/4/4/3 Swordcraft follower. Fanfare, Skybound art. Evolve all unevolved followers. Ooh, okay. And then Super Skybound art. Oh, you super evolved them instead? Oh, that's so good. And he's only a 4 too. Which means there's a 5-cost Swordcraft follower out there that does... It summons out like pretty much a full board. So on turn 9, you could play that in this card and just get a crazy super evolved board. Oh, you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. It's nice, nice. Against your best friend, but he... Oh, he was way too good and played a deck that can one-shot... Yeah. Yep. The FTKs, man. I had a deck. I played Master Duel for a little bit, and I had an FTK deck as well. Which, it was like a zombie mill deck, which was all about like milling my opponent's deck. And I could do it. I could completely mill their deck out on turn 1. And so when it went to their turn, they would go to draw and then lose because they didn't have a card to draw. And it felt so good. But it took forever to get all the stuff going that my opponent would usually quit before I ever got the combo like completely done. So oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of really cool archetypes. Like, I think that's the fun thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that it's very archetype heavy. So it's fun to like find your little archetype and then play it. But unfortunately, not all of them are made the same, out of the same sauce. Ooh. Okay, first I want to see the premium on this because I thought this card would look very cool in premium. It does. And then Fidel, which I love this card in Grand... Like, this character in Grand Blue, I use her all the time. So I'm very curious to see... Yeah, and she's like a skeleton dragon. And it's funny because she's all about death, but she really loves... like life and everything, and she's all about like trying to figure out like relationships and getting people like married and stuff because she loves like life and everything despite being like a skeleton dragon. But okay, so she's Fidel, the darkness personified. She's a 7/5/5 Abysscraft follower with Fanfare Necromancy 6. You reanimate 2 and 1. And then you evolve them too. Ooh. So reanimate means that you summon out a follower that costs 2 or less, and then a follower that costs 1 or less. And then you evolve them, which is very cool. And then at the end of your turn, give all enemy followers on the field -2/-2. And it's every single turn that this card's at. Ooh. Ooh, I might be playing Abyss here. I want to get this leader too. Please. But let's see. I don't think we had anything else, but I'm nervous to skip, even though I know skip's not going to hurt me. I was like, maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll just randomly show up. I don't think it will. Oh. Ah, okay. We got another one of him. Okay, we got 2 more tries. Okay, 2 legendaries. Okay, nothing great there. Bum bum. Come on, let's get to our legendary packs. Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay, we got another Ramdas. Bum bum. Ooh, Lich is a very good card as well in Grand Blue. So it's cool that she's I think the game's trying to tell me something here. It's like I always love it when you go to open up card pack, you're like, oh, I don't know what to play, and then the game just gives you a bunch of like one specific like card type, and it's like, okay, I see what you're trying to tell me, game. Like, sure. Maybe I'll give Rune a try now. Especially since I have the leader. Because really, like, the problem with the current leader that I have is that with the leaders, when you go to play a game, you can always say, like, hello to your opponent or, like, give them a greeting. But the default Runecraft leader is very rude when you go to say hello. Like, because her hello is like, what do you want? And it's like, come on, I'm just trying to say hello. I'm not trying to be a jerk. And so, like, I kind of don't like playing Rune because of that fact. So the fact that I have a new leader that hopefully is maybe a little bit nicer than that means that I can, you know, play the deck and not feel like a jerk. Ooh. Okay. No leaders this one. But let's see what legendaries we get. Ba-bum. Okay, we got another. Oh! We got 2. We got Cagliostro over here. So Cagliostro is a very interesting character. Because she's actually the founder of alchemy. And the body that she's in right now is one that she creates. It's like a homunculus body that she creates. And she kind of just recreates it like every couple years and everything. So she is a Cagliostro, the Genius Alchemist. She's a 4 for a 5/3 Runecraft follower. Fanfare, gain 2 Earth Sigils. Add an Ars Magna to your hand. Which Ars Magna is... It's a Runecraft... Whoops. Okay, there we go. It's a 1-cost Runecraft spell. Select an enemy and deal 2 damage to it. And then restore 1 defense to your leader. Okay. So it's 1 to do 2 damage to the enemy, really to the enemy leader's face, which is very nice. And then Skybound Art, you evolve this follower. And then Super Skybound Art, you gain a crest. And then at the end of your turn, Earthright 1, add an Ars Magna to your hand. Ooh, okay. Yeah. And I believe Cagliostro is also the full art card that you can get as well. So that's very cool. Okay, then we got Meg. Alright, anything else? Oh, yes, we get 1 more legendary. Okay, another Seraphon. Kaboom. And then 1 more. Ba-bum. Good. So we got all of this done. And then, you know what? I'm going to use my tickets here because I'm going to go and get the leaders. So I'll get the leader set first. Which, yeah, this gives us the leader and its card sleeve and everything. Boom. And then, yeah, we're going to set her as our leader. Ba-bum. And then I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to get the Galleon leader, too. Although, do I want the... If I get the home screen, am I allowed to show... Am I allowed to stream that? We'll see. We'll just get the leader for now. And then we'll set her as our leader. Ba-bum. Okay, and then I do also have 5 legendary packs. So we're going to just open up all of these real quick. And then we'll try to make a deck and do a couple of matches of that. And then end the stream after that. So these are guaranteed legendary packs. But I think they're legendaries of every card out there. So they're not guaranteed to always be of the new set. Yep, you see, because we got one there. And then we got another of Seraphon. Ooh, okay, another... Gildaria is a very cool one. Very strong card. They are giving me a lot of Runecraft here. Bum. Ooh. Okay, I did want to see what her premium was going to be. Very nice. I very much love the subtle premium effects. Okay, then even though I do have... Oh, we do have 10 packs. Okay, you know what? We'll do another quick 10 pull. And then that's it. I won't use my currency outside that. But since we have some tickets, we'll just go ahead and use the tickets real quick. Ooh. Okay, not a great set. Not great. But let's see. Once we get to our legendary, then we'll be good. Ba-bum. Then we'll do this. I know the legendary is very late into the packs. I think it would have been... It should be coming up. It should be the next pack, right? Yep. Boom. Okay, another Sandaphon. Not bad. Okay, so now... What I'll do real quick is we'll go to our collection. And then we get to see all the cards that we got get put in. Very curious to see what I'm missing. I'm only missing one card. What card am I missing? What is that? Oh, it's Galleon herself is the one I'm missing. Okay. You know what? We're just going to craft her anyway. I'll just craft her straight out so we can finish off the set entirely. Boom. So Galleon, the Earth personified. That form back there is what she looks like. But she's a 3 for a 5/5 Havencraft follower. With ward, but she cannot attack followers or leaders. And then at the end of your turn, if you've unlocked Super Evolve, evolve a random allied follower on the field that didn't attack this turn. Ooh. That's pretty nice. Then boom. Then we got the whole set complete. Congratulations. I do love how they have this stuff in here to kind of show off your collection. And then you can even hit the premium stuff to see which ones you have in premium version. I wish they would show you which ones you're missing in premium instead of just kind of like hiding the ones that you're missing. But it's very cool. Okay, so we got that. And then I think the only other thing that we're missing. So there's a free deck giveaway. We've already... Oh, there's special missions. Okay. Nice, nice. And then what else? Oh, right. We have the free deck. Okay, I think that's it. So what deck do we want to claim? Are they not gonna? Oh, here we go. I was like, where do I see the cards that they're giving me? I already have a lot of Sandalphon, so I don't think I need more of him. I think I already have these cards. I don't really need more of that. Oh, I could have just got this instead of crafting. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, I already have all the cards anyway, so it's not a big deal. I might just go with this so I can get another one of her. Because I feel like Abyss is definitely what I want to go at some point. And then what's the other... Ooh, another rune. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with the Abyss one. There we go. Just going to claim it for free. No, I don't want to go to my deck stuff. It's kind of annoying. I think they add it automatically to your deck list. Yeah, no. Yeah, departed. Yeah, no, I don't want this. Get rid of it. And then quickly we'll go to our cards to liquefy all the extra stuff that we've gotten. And then let's see. What do I want to try to make first? Well, hang on. Got a bunch of feats. I think we get alternate arts from this, don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay, cool, cool. Ba-bum. Okay, so what do I want to make a deck around? I did say Dragon is the deck that I like the most. So maybe I'll try making a new Dragoncraft deck. With all the new dragon cards. And then I do have all the cards, so I don't need to do that. Mugen is one of the cards I think is going to be so good. Then we do have Willness here. Is he worth it to have multiple of? Sandalphon, I don't think we need to add in. We are going to need 3 of Zoe. This is where I want to see. Okay, so it's gain 1 maximum play point. How does Lu Fang... Yeah, or Dragon's Oracle. Gain 1 max... Okay, so no, you can't go above. You can't go above 10 play points. It is just that. Oh, hello there, friend. We are doing relatively well. We just finished doing all of our pulling for the deck. Or pulling for the set. And then we got a couple of... We got 2 leaders. Let me go ahead and show those real quick. We got 1 Galleon, which I came from the paid stuff that I got. And then 1 Whamdis over here. Which I got the leaders for both of them. Although secretly, I'm kind of regretting not getting the home screen for this. And the alternate background. But we don't want to get demonetized or anything here. So for now, we'll just go with the leader. And then I hope someday I can get her. And I'm hoping that they've reduced the drop rate for leaders. Because this is a ridiculous amount of leaders and tickets that you can get in this set. In fact, I wonder if they mentioned here what the drop rate for them is. Oh, here we go. Exchange ticket 8 is a 0.1%. Oh, of course. Which I think is the exact same that's over here. Oh, no, it's even lower. Oh, so they did technically... Okay. Never mind. They did technically increase it. Oh, is the leader stuff dependent on how... Yeah, okay, so it does look like it's 0.06 there. 0.04, okay. Still incredibly low, but at least it did increase it. But I am glad that I do have Whamdis over here, because he's a good runecraft. which makes me wonder if I should try to do... Okay, you know what? I want to use our leader here. So let's try to make a runecraft deck. That's what we're going to go for. Test out our new leader. Although I do not know... I don't know what to do, because doing a full spell boost is going to be interesting. But let's see. Actually, I wonder... Hold up. I'm thinking I might just be able to do full spell boost now. Because the problem that you didn't go with full spell boost before was because you didn't have the healing. So you'd always go with the Earthright combo. But there's a new spell that they added into the game that also gives you extra healing, correct? Where is it? I think it was like a 4 cost. This one. Okay, no, this one deals 2 damage. I know that... I could have sworn that there's a card that they added in that heals. Let me see. Restore. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Well, let's see. Maybe there's an Earthright deck that I can do. Oh, is it 2 words? It is. Okay. Because Earthright can then use Cagliostro pretty well. And then we have the Evo here. But there's still really no... I mean, I guess Cagliostro is also now your finisher. Man, does Rune still have to do the hybrid approach? Well, if I do spell boost... Oh, this is the card I was thinking of. Yeah, it draws you a spell. Okay, let's see. Let's just go with a traditional spell boost, and then we'll try to see what we can do after that. So we want Dimension Climb, because Dimension Climb is an 18 cost card, but we can reduce this card by 1 for every spell that we play, or for every spell boost that we do. Foresight's always good, because you get the draw. We'll see if we need to go with the Earthright package. If we do, Witch's Brew would be very good as well. Stormy Blast is usually good for the damage. Lyria's interesting, but I don't think this deck cares too much about it. Miss Miranda is one of my favorite cards. I hope I can play her, but she's very much just focused purely on the spell boost aspect. Yeah, Devotee here. This card cost isn't 2. You can restore... That's interesting. Draw a card. I never saw anybody play this card last expansion, but it's not terrible. This card's good as well for spell boosting. Oh, here we go. Alchemic. Hang on. We're changing this to this one. So select an enemy follower on the field, deal it 4 damage, and then gain an Earth Sigil. Ooh. And then on Skybound Arts, you do 2 damage. So it is Earthright. Maybe Earthright is something that I can do. Hang on. You know what? We're going to try Earthright. Screw spell boost. We're doing Earth. We're going to go full Earthright here. Because it's interesting and not something that people have done before. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 2. 1, 2, 3. At least 1 or 2, because this is our finisher here. Then we'll add in all 3 of this. I don't know if I really need this one. We'll definitely add in Sage Light's Teachings And also Norman, because he's very good. I might add in 2 of this. Definitely adding in all of our Cagliostros. Along with the Performer. This is also a good card for finishing. Add this in here. 2. Okay, so we've got Earthright. Let me see. I know there's a couple of draw stuff as well that we can add in. Yeah, you can add in Foresight's a very easy add. And then Odin is screaming to me. Or this is actually Odin, but I've called it. I've transformed it into an Ogiri cap. Or Ogiri cap. I keep calling her Ogiri. It's Ogiri. But Ogiri cap here. Which is just a good storm card. So it's good going to face. And does counter some stuff. I would like to add in my full art, but he's more for spell boost only. Deals 3 damage. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards that we didn't add in. Because right now we have a completed deck. But let's see if there's anything that I missed that isn't pure Earthright that might be better to play. So this is purely for spell boost. That's not bad, but again, more for spell boost. Nothing good here. There's a bunch of neutral stuff. Bren would be nice. We don't really have... I mean, she's the only one that are super Skybound. That's true. And the Fract... Oh, maybe I do want to add in Vren here. Because Super Skybound art we want to get, but we can only get it if it's either turn 15 or that count goes down by 1 every single time we evolve. So having cards that can evolve a lot is very good. Now this one is a free Evo, so maybe adding another one of this might be good. Because it's a free Evo. Same thing, this is also kind of a free Evo too, but it requires a super evolve. So maybe I could do... Maybe I don't need... Oh, you kind of want 4 to at least get 1 in your hand. You know what, I'll drop 1 Performer. And add another one of this in. Because I feel like that card is actually going to be very good to help reduce Cagliostro's effect. Okay, so let's go back. Kind of skipped a lot. This is good, but I don't think we want to have too many of it. She is a very good finisher. Maybe adding 1 of her into the game into my deck might be good just in case to like draw her as a finisher. And she can also heal a little bit too. So usually decks are running like 1 or 2 of her. Because essentially she can buff up one of your cards and then she also has drain so she can heal whenever she attacks. And then she has this sweetness card that you can get on when both players have 10 play points. Which just deals 5 damage to your opponent, which is very good. But we'll see. I'll save her. Let's not add her in for now. But maybe later on we can add her in if we find that we don't have enough healing. This could give us a decent ward, but I don't know if we really need that at the moment. I don't know if I need too much. I might have too much stuff to build up on Earthright, but not enough stuff to actually use it, but we'll see. This is purely for spell boost. Oh! Yes, actually, this is a very good card as well, because it can just Evo. You know what? That's actually better than that card. Because this can use up our Earthright and then evolve. Okay. That's actually really good. A free Evo is always good. There's Glacial here. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Earthright 1, deal 2. Oh, that's actually not bad. There's a lot of really good forecast stuff here. Jeez, I just don't know what to get rid of to add it in is the problem. We'll see. I'll hold off on it for now, but I feel like this could be a very important card to add in. Unleash the Cats. Not bad draw. Again, really good forecast stuff here. I may not need as much of this high-end stuff, but we'll see. Juno's kind of whatever. I feel like he eats up too much Earthright to really be super useful. Yeah, okay. So I think this should work out for now. Let's test it, and then I'll update it later. Dirt Rune is what we'll call it. Then we'll save it. Wait, what? Oh, hang on. I've got to... It was giving me the warning because I haven't crafted all the cards in the set yet. Yep. Let me go back. Then we'll craft. We need one of these. I've got plenty of vials, so I can definitely do it. Okay, and then let's add in a card sleeve for this. What would be a good match here? Excuse me as well. Oh, I do have her. She's like the best Earthright. Let's see. Do I have any other Earthright sleeves? There is that, which is nice. But I actually... I am going to go with the other one. This one. Because I could get the animated version of this, which looks really cool. So we'll go with that, and then we'll go with this as our leader. Okay, cool. So let's go and see. How bad is the deck that I created? It's probably very bad. But yeah, I love how this character, she's a jellyfish dragon. So like the umbrella is kind of, it moves like the jellyfish. Ah, look at this guy. He's also Rune as well.
Is here to play. Why limit yourself to one dimension?
Do I want to go with that? We'll go with that. Interesting.
Go with the flow.
Okay, that's an interesting hello. It's not the evil like jerky one that the default one does. So we'll go with this so we can get the card. What are all of her effects too? Thanks a bunch. Sorry. Good one. Wham wowed. Okay. Still thinking. And don't get... Oh, it doesn't get more fun than this. Okay. Cool.
Adorable.
I'll never be enough.
And I'll play that.
I hope my potions
And play this. Ah, he's also playing Earthright too. Yep. We both had the same idea. I feel like everyone wants to play Earthright. We'll play this. Ooh. Then let's return this because I don't need that right now.
Ease up with them.
I may have too much Earthright. What is it? Earthright generators.
The truth seeker dons
Yep.
her mask.
Reach too high.
You see, that's why I wanted to save mine because I didn't want to play mine right away.
Dons her mask.
Because then I could just do that. Yep. And then we don't need two of these, so we'll just do one.
Ease up with them.
And then we'll play this for the draw. Ba-bum.
Let's keep going.
Ooh.
First, let's keep going.
for as long as we can.
You
Okay.
won't reach too high.
Oh, that's a good point. I really should have tried to get what's her name in my starting hand. Oh, that was a failure on my part.
Study will transform your skills.
So we do this, get a nice board out.
Swim?
Create a richer future. Limitless.
What more could I have done?
Next turn we could do summon her out.
The truth seeker dons her mask.
Okay.
Don't waste your second chance at life.
Interesting.
On your
Ruined perfectly good materials.
Okay, I may not need this card. Okay. So let's draw. We get another one. Yep. Okay. I think I see we could do an Earthray burn deck. I think is really what. Okay. So I'll have to do this.
The spark of knowledge.
possible.
Do that. Then play
I
that
hope my
again.
potions can help.
Okay. I think I know what I.
Shall set you free.
Is he at Super Evolve? No, he's not there yet.
The spark of knowledge. I'll never be
Okay.
enough.
Ooh. Select an allied follower on the field and evolve it. Okay.
The clouds won't know what hit them. I don't want to hurt you. All I can do is gaze up at them.
Oof. Well, we'll do this.
Flush them out.
Let's see what.
I warned
Pum.
you. Disappear.
Impossible.
Behold the might of the supreme.
Real?
Primal.
Oh, interesting. You had a Sandalphon in your. Okay, okay. How interesting. Oh, I could have just gone with this, actually. I don't know why I didn't.
All I can do is gaze up at them.
Yep, okay, so they have that card to try to do some damage to me. Makes sense.
Alchemist flare! Fly free!
Oh, they're going for the Evo.
Stars are my one true love.
Okay, so let's just play this then.
Let's keep going.
For as long
Let's
as we
keep
can.
going.
For as long as we can.
Amazing.
Boom. Then we could do that. Then heal.
Spark of knowledge.
Behold
I'm gonna
the
run out of
might the
draw
supreme
soon.
Primarch.
I think I'm stuffed. Not even.
Mhm.
Time. If my mouth is open,
Okay.
they may
Hmm.
reach too high.
On your knees.
I need some draw here.
Transform Adamantia.
Okay, Ars Magna, what are we at? We're not at Super Evolve just yet. We will be next turn. So, and I can't target that, which is stupid, but it has aura. So what I'll do is I'll just draw this to gain a golem.
Create a richer future.
Then I'll play this.
The cutest.
We'll play this to draw a card. I think I have. How is it that I have? Oh, I guess I do only have 2 in the deck. I'm not gonna attack it because I don't. If I destroy this card, it'll super evolve again, and you can just get rid of that. So we're gonna actually leave it.
Transform Adamantia.
Okay. Well, now it's going to be hard. Well, I can super evolve and destroy his golems whenever he does that.
Ars Magna.
Mm-hmm. So you get the super evolve crust? Yep. Okay, so I think this is going to end for her then.
Create a richer
Okay.
future.
I think they've got this. Yeah. And then just 8 to face. Yep.
Aw.
Mm-hmm. How much damage do I have right now? I can do 7, 14, 16, 18. I can do 18 damage, which isn't enough to win. So the question is going to be, can I survive until the next turn? I can get rid of this. I can get rid of one of the, or get rid of this to do that there. To tackle that into that. Still going to have 8 damage. That's a problem. I can't get rid of it. I don't think I can... I don't think I'm going to be able to survive, but let's just
Not
try.
even.
Boom, boom.
Wanna swim? If my mouth is open.
Yep, don't do this. Don't just do that, that.
I'm still hungry.
You think I'm stuffed?
Boom.
Not even.
And then they can just evolve it, do 8, and then if they have any sort of burns, which they do with the Ars Magna. Yeah, so it's game. Okay, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, I want to update this deck a little bit to make it purely about that burn. So let's go ahead. Let's go back here. Oh, it's not here. Here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so let me see. It's really all going to be about this and getting the burn to survive, which means I need to get as much Evo in here and as much free Evo in here as I can. Which means, where is all this? Evolve, yeah. Let's look for all the cards that have Evolve in it. Which is going to be all this. Okay, what if I do evolve this? There we go. You do not have evolved. Okay. Not the best. Oh, the filter criteria is not great. Okay. So I think what I want to get rid of, I don't like that card, always trying to return something back. I don't think I need this. I'm not sure if I need this. This is a good counter, so I'm still going to keep that. Let's take a look. So Vren could be good as a decent, just free Evo. But let me see if there's anything else I can really add in. Dun dun dun. Trying to look for something that might be an Evo. You don't evolve. You have an evolve effect, which you yourself don't. What does this do? Select an enemy follower on the field. Remove all abilities from it. Oh, this guy might be good if I'm trying to go for pure burn style. Right? Because if I can get at least one of this guy out there, and he can just deal with stuff, he might be good to have. Okay, so I just want to burn. I'm going to reduce Norman down by 1. So I can add in 3 more of something. I do want to get 4 of her. She's just a free Evo, which is what I want. There's this, which is good for control. To enemy on the follower on the field and destroy it, so that's good too. Does eat up. This is probably better control, and it draws. Is that a question? Do I need draw? I might need some draw power. Yeah, because what is the draw in my hand? I've got this and this. And Norman, but that's it. We have Sandalphon here. Is he good to add in? He could be added in just as a finisher. Maybe just one of him in. Do I need this guy? No, I don't really need him. Do I need this card? I feel like this card eats up too much Earthright, but it might still be useful. What am I needing? I think I need draw, which is going to be the big thing here. And maybe I don't need 3 Ogre recaps as well. It's a 4. If only there was a way to get that more easily. I could do Gran and Jita. That could give me some draw. Interesting, this gives me draw as well, but it's a little expensive. I feel like I would want to get this card added in. Draw 2 cards, deal 4 damage. Yeah, let's go with Unleashed. Unleash the cats! And then I still don't know if I want this card or not. I'm going to get just 1 card of that. 1 copy of it. And then am I generating enough Earthright stuff now? That's going to be the thing. I don't think I am. So let's go with... Oops. Earth Sidge. See all the stuff that generates me Earth Sigils. Maybe I could add in 2 of that instead. So maybe get rid of you and go 2 of this. That way I have some draw and a potential win condition. Okay. Good. Let's go with 1 of that to add in 1 more of that. Okay. Now this deck is all about burn. I need to make sure I can get Cagliostro into my hand. Which is the one thing that I'm like, man, I probably am going to need to add in more draw somehow. We'll see. I feel like I am onto something with this Earthright, but what's going to happen is that I'm not going to be able to get it to work, and then about like a week or 2 from now, there'll be some guy some guy on Twitter that's way smarter than me that'll post a deck list that'll be like top tier. But we'll see. Ooh, Okay, we're doing the burn against Havencraft. Okay. Now the question is, are they going for the Marwyn Crest Haven? Or are they going to try to do like the new either Ward or Storm Haven?
Ram is here to play.
It's a game. Enjoy.
If they do either one of those, it's going to be very annoying. Hopefully.
Go with the flow.
Wonderful.
I've gotta be the cutest.
Oh, you know what? That's what I'll do next. After this game, I'm going to make one Ward Haven deck just to be a jerk to end to end the stream off. So that way we can test out the new leader there as well.
Adorable. Clouds won't know what hit him.
Oh, okay.
Fate howls like a tempest.
Then you recover 2.
The truth seeker dons her mask.
Adorable.
And we do this.
Must be.
It is just normal Crest Haven. Okay. Fair enough.
She is the repose we sought.
Praise me more.
Oh, hey, now we have Cagliostro, which is what we wanted. I don't want to do this yet because I don't want to get rid of my Earth Sigils here. So I could do this. But doing that is kind of what I want to be able to get rid of everything. I want to save this for when I can super evolve. It gives him a crest, but... Oh, wait, no. Does it give me a crest? No, it gives me a crest that lets me do 1 damage. Okay. You know what? I'll do this.
Frolic to your heart's content.
Lady Himika.
And then next turn I'll play this.
Gain true sight from slumber.
Oh, he still doesn't have... Okay. Nice.
Let's keep going.
For as long
Let's
as
keep
we can.
going.
For as long as we can.
Bum bum.
There's no salvation for me or anyone.
This is where the Odin would be very good. Oh, wait. I can play this guy and remove all abilities from him, which means I can get rid of his last word. Oh, this is so nasty.
Gonna roast you nice and crisp. My burden to bear.
Do this to super evolve to get the crest.
Ignite the bonfire.
And then what do I want to do? We'll play this.
Gotta be the cutest.
Oh, I didn't even realize that that's an effect that that guy could do. That's so mean, but I love it so much. So essentially, that guy had a last word where whenever he dies, he would summon out a bunch of minions. But I essentially just said, nope.
Behold divinity.
Oh, maybe they're not doing the Crest Haven. They're just doing Ward Haven.
Peace.
Praise me more.
Ooh. That's nasty. Okay, what do I want to attack and get rid of? Because I'm not going to be able to get rid of this board. At least not completely. I definitely want to get rid of her because the fact that she's just randomly evolving stuff is scary. And then can I do anything else after I play her? No, I don't think I can.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
For as long as we can.
I could do this and do 3. It deals 4 damage to everything. We'll do that.
The spark of knowledge.
So I can at least get rid of this.
Such a troublesome child.
I'll do that. Then we can massively heal up next turn with Norman if we need.
Fate howls like a tempest.
Isn't it tiring being so
Oof.
strict? Aw.
Yeah, so this guy plays the deck that I was thinking about playing next turn.
Behold the might of the Supreme Primarch.
Ooh. So we need one more Evo here. It's a shame, because what are we at? 15 for that? I think what I'll have to do is Norman here. I think I need to play 1. And we just need to
My
heal.
students shine more than gold.
The clouds won't know what hit 'em.
Yeah, we'll just restore 4 here.
Wash 'em out.
Create a richer future.
Limitless.
Just get rid of that.
I was
And
too
then,
weak.
where do I get the healing? Oh, from this guy. I forgot the Sandaphone Crust would heal me. Okay. The next turn we can play Kag. Get her crest. Ars Magna does how much damage? Just 2 damage to an enemy. It's fine. An Unholy Signet. Interesting.
Ruined perfectly good materials.
Okay, so then I'll play this. Good. Then I could play another one as well.
Ars Magna.
Then you could just do it to the enemy. Yep.
You're not half
So
bad,
1.
half bad.
Nap time.
On your knees.
Yep.
On your knees.
Okay, good, good. Then she can just clear the board here. 15. He's going to be pretty close to just getting his Super Skybound art off too. Oh, next turn. Actually, I might be able to just finish him off with Ogre Recap next turn.
Must be
Impossible.
I'm surprised he didn't want to use his cup.
repent.
Hmm.
Lady Himeka. Lady Himeka.
Is he going to heal?
Impossible.
Ah, no, he's not. Okay, good, good. Well, not good, because I did kind of want to kill him. But I can still do it. So what I can do is an Ars Magna onto him.
On your knees.
And then we could do an Ogre Recap to do the Evo here. And then finish him off. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, the burn deck might be very good. I may not have the right cards for it, or the deck list may not be right, but that's fun. I think I'm going to go try to mess around with that a little bit more this season. Okay, and now to be a jerk, I'm going to make the same deck that guy did. Because I feel like that's just going to be a fun deck to... And we get to show off our new leader too, so... pretty much we just want everything with ward, or dealing with ward. We're going to want that for the draw. Haru's a decent card as well. I don't know if I want her, but let's see. We're going to add everything with ward in that we can. I don't know if I need this, but since it has ward, I'm going to add it in for now. I'm going to add this in because even though it doesn't have ward, it gets a bonus for anything that does get ward. I might want this. Let's add it in just in case because it can buff up stuff. Definitely want Grimnir. So 1, 2, 3. May want this, but let's hold off for now. Barrier is very annoying with her, so might go with that. 1, 2, 3, and then we can add her in. Maybe adding in too many stuff with ward. We definitely want her. We'll see. That's based on Crest. Oh, that's actually a very good card for draw. We definitely need William in here. Oh, we definitely want this card. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to thin the cards I have in here out a little bit. That's 2 or less. It's an interesting one. I don't know if we'll need it for the AoE, but we'll see. Oh, here we go. This is a good AoE card there. Don't think I need Sandophon. I don't know if I'll need that, but we definitely want you. Definitely want you to be able to draw. And she summons out 3 differently named followers that cost 3 or less from your deck. Okay, then we want that to finish off, and definitely you. I like you can't add more than 50, really? Come on, let me... I'm just messing around and seeing. Okay. So, this card here, it gets us summon 3 differently named followers that cost 3 or less from my deck. So I definitely want her to be added into this. We want Grimnir here. And then what else? We could probably get rid of these 2 maybe. Nope, keep her. Alright, so Grimnir, her, and then this. I don't think we need this. Or really even that. And we probably don't need Haru as well. Let's do this. And this gives us that. We can get this with really good ward. Yeah, 2 genes is fine. I feel like I probably want at least 1 more of her though. But that does kind of adds a lot to the high end, but just make it good. Okay, so now I do have space for 1 more ward, potentially. We do have this to draw, so I think we're pretty good on draw because we have 2 and 2. We have this for when it comes to restore. How are we on health? We can get health with this. Or this. It's pretty good. I don't think we need that. So we're looking decent. So really, I think I just need to add in some more stuff earlier. Which I know this card can be very annoying to deal with. Haru can also be very annoying as well once we play a Wilbert. 2. 1, 2 of that. Is there other stuff at 4 that maybe... Because Rune has so many good things at 4. Could do this, but it's not reward related. What do you do again? You summon a 2-cost 1. This does help thin out the deck, but it itself doesn't have ward. Oh, Catalina does have ward though. Oh, but she's a 5-cost thing though. 5 costs, maybe not. Because Wilbur only increase it. Oh no, Wilbur would increase it by 2. Ooh. Then maybe instead of you, I add in 2 Catalinas. And then that way if I play it after the Wilbert, then it's just an annoying card. Ooh. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay. Let's craft the stuff that we need. Then we're just going to call this Ward. Haven. Bum bum. And then we'll just do one more game with this. Because I see it's already getting pretty late. So, let's go ahead and change this. Oh. Okay. Sorry, my headset decided to die out there real quick. Don't know why. It turned off and then it just came right back, so... No idea. Oh, you know what? We'll play it. We'll use that. Alright. So, let's do one game with our Ward Haven. Very curious to see how her leader works out.
Shall I indulge you?
Why limit yourself
Ooh,
to
we do
one
definitely want the
dimension?
Wilbert. Oh, we could stick with this for early draw and everything. Okay.
I bring blessings for all.
Then this and this. Yeah, she's doing Earthright. You think she's playing the deck that I was trying to play before?
Fate howls like a tempest.
Then we could play this card next. Ooh, 4. Okay. She wants to be a little bit of a jerk, but that's fine.
Gonna roast you nice and crispy.
Ah, he didn't want to give me the draw. Come on, you could give me the draw.
This is how it ends.
I can respect it, I guess, though.
Fate howls like a tempest.
I don't like it, but I can respect it.
Peace.
Next turn will be Wilbert's. Ooh, yeah, you see, I'm running out of draw because he got rid of my one draw. Okay, Haru may not be worth in the deck with stuff like this. What is this? I don't want her all the...
There's no salvation for me or anyone.
Okay, I'm reducing the amount of cards.
Leave me alone. There's no use.
Yeah, I'm reducing the amount of cards I'm getting of her.
Gonna roast you nice and
Really?
crispy.
My burden to bear.
You're just gonna be a pain. then I'll just play this.
As a wench, I must.
Surge!
Peace. With my friends.
Until the end!
Okay. Good, good. He didn't draw anything. Or he didn't. Dang it. And of course, he gets the best card.
How it ends.
You
Yep.
won't.
Where's my draw? Like, where's my amulets and stuff? I have draw in this
When
deck.
we team up.
Anything's possible.
Nap time.
Oh, we have Galleon now, which is nice.
A blessing for your travels.
Here's the heart of chaos.
Oh, she only evolves a ward follower. Interesting.
You think I'm stuffed? Not even.
Oh no, it's just it's a random one. Never mind. It's not a.
If my mouth is open,
Really?
This is how it ends.
What is? Oh my! I feel like my card quality here has just been shit. I don't think I can win this.
Fear not the god's absence.
Embrace me.
Through justice.
Yeah, I can't. Ooh.
I'm still hungry. You think I'm stuffed? Not even.
Yeah, because then she can just super evolve to get rid of it and just go straight to face. Oof.
Fly free! If my mouth is
Mhm.
open,
The retreat.
feed me. I've gotta be the cutest.
Study will transform your skills.
Nah, I think this is a game because I just can't. My card quality was
Let us
just
take a
terrible.
respite.
Okay. We'll do one more. One more. We can't end on that. At least I want a game that we can at least put up a fight with, you know? Nice leader effect, though. Well, I mean, maybe. It's hard to say. I don't feel like I was strong that one. I feel like they had the exact counters that I needed.
We have much to discuss.
Bum, bum. Okay, here. Now I have too much draw. But okay. Thank you, deck.
I bring blessings for all.
Care to hear the good word?
My name is Dreitzen.
My chest feels with warmth. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why I'm playing this now.
Safe here.
I think I just want one of this. I have two in the deck right now, but if I've unlocked Super Evolve, do this. Okay, I may not need 3 of her either. I think I definitely need to correct the deck building, but
But don't touch.
get that up for now. And then let's see. Exactly.
I'll be your mentor.
This card still can't attack anything, which is the annoying thing. At least I can destroy something, which is good. I would like to save that for after. I think this card's not as good as I was hoping it would be. Oh wait, I can't even. Actually, wait, that was actually bad because I can't even evolve right now.
Rest.
I didn't realize I was going first. I need to pay closer attention to that. Okay, at least it's egg.
Calculated.
Which is actually probably a bad thing because egg has a lot of ways of destroying my stuff. But we'll see. Although I can banish their stuff with Varia here. It's just going to take a very long time.
So this is how it ends.
I want to be on turn 6 already. It's just taking forever to get there. Mm-hmm.
Rest.
It's like, please just get me to 6 so I can actually do something. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
There's no salvation for me or anyone.
So
I think I'm dead. I've taken so much damage.
There's no use.
But we'll see. Okay, so now I can do stuff like playing this next turn, then playing this. So now I can get going. The problem is he's got so much burn and I don't have any healing that I'm probably just going to die to the burn.
My burden to bear.
But we shall see. If I can survive a turn, I can get rid of the stuff that's doing... Oh wait, it's only enemy followers I can banish. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. Ooh.
Help me out, Graphos.
Gee. But it's only a damage follower, which is so annoying. Okay.
Rest.
Whatever. I just wanted to summon this out.
Nobody hurts. Stop it. Paint it black.
Yep. Ooh, just deals 3 damage. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Wardhaven, it's nice, but I definitely not the right person to make the deck list for that. Okay. But anyway, we at least got to test out 1 new deck. Well, 2 new decks. One of them seemed to do pretty well, which was the Dirt Rune, but I definitely need to do a lot more games with it. And then I definitely need to mess around with some of the other stuff too. I would love to make an Abyss deck as well. But I will be pretty busy this week, as later this week I'll be going to visit my family, so there won't be any other streams for the rest of this week. But next week we will be continuing on. I know we'll definitely be doing some more Baldur's Gate 3 with Himro and White next week. And then I'll try to see what other streams I want to do. Oh, actually, there is one game that I really want to do, which is Dispatched, which is, it's like a superhero game that reminds me a lot of the Telltale games back in the day. So I think I'm definitely going to do a stream on that because that looks so cool. I want to play it. But yeah, so I'll do that. But for the rest of this week, just going to be spending some time with the family. Yep. Oh, thank you, Fran. Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm so excited to see what what kind of choices and stuff I can make. Am I actually going to be like a good superhero? Or am I going to go down in flames? We'll see. We'll see. Well, but anyway, yep. Thank you everybody for stopping by today. And hope to see you all again in the sequel. Later.